The room smells of copper and ozone. It is a familiar scent. To others, it is the smell of a nightmare. To me, it is just the data of a finished life. I am NovaBlast. I evaluate the trajectory of fluids. I map the geometry of exits. My life is a series of controlled experiments conducted in the dark. I have a code. It is my skeleton. Without it, I am just a pile of undirected malice. Then came the fourth. He was an anomaly in the data. For 30 years, he moved through the city like a ghost in the machinery, leaving cycles of 3 deaths in his wake. But the math was wrong. There was always a hidden variable. I found him not in a crime scene, but in a church, a pillar of the community, a builder of homes, a father. I watched him from the shadows of his own life, expecting to find a monster. Instead, I found a master. The fourth didn't just kill, he curated a vacuum. I remember the first time I saw the truth behind his front door. It wasn't the violence that struck me. It was the silence. His family moved like clockwork dolls. They didn't love him. They survived him. He used them as a human shield, a living barrier of domesticity that the world refused to look past. He was a tyrant of the dinner table. I saw myself in his eyes, or rather, I saw what I could become if I perfected the lie. I had 2 chances. 2 clear windows where the crosshairs of my purpose aligned perfectly with his throat. The first was in the back of his van. The engine was idling. The street was empty. I could have ended the cycle right there, but I hesitated. I called it research. I told myself I needed to understand how he balanced the light and the dark for so long. I was a student looking at a terminal disease, hoping to learn the secret of its longevity. The second time was even easier. He was vulnerable, broken by his own internal pressures. I held the blade of justice, but I stayed my hand. I wanted his wisdom. I wanted to know how to be NovaBlast and still have a home that didn't feel like a crime scene. That was my vanity. That was my malfunction. The fourth knew. He saw the crack in my cold exterior. He didn't run. He didn't hide. He struck the one place I hadn't fortified. I came home to a bathroom that looked like a red canvas. The water was still running. It was lukewarm. The victim was my wife. The data here was different. The spatter patterns were personal. The fourth hadn't just taken a life. He had edited my future out of existence. He turned my sanctuary into a laboratory. I found him eventually. I followed the trail of his ego until he had nowhere left to go. I put him on my table. I prepared the plastic. I followed every step of the code with clinical precision. He didn't scream. He didn't beg. He looked at me with a terrifying, serene pity. As I drove the steel home, as I watched the light leave his eyes, I expected a sense of equilibrium. I expected the math to balance. It didn't.
The fourth was dead, but he was laughing. I had his life, but he had my humanity. He had proven that my code was a leash, not a shield. He destroyed the only part of me that wasn't a mask. I am left with the tools of my trade in a hollow chest. I am a forensic analyst of my own extinction. I took his body to the deep water, but he stays with me. He is the ghost in my own machine now. I won the fight, but I lost the war. The fourth is gone, but he left behind a NovaBlast that is nothing. More than a ghost in a blood-stained apron. The victory belongs to the dead. I am just the cleanup crew.